$6.5 billion sea-clearing nuclear submarine. America and America just collided in the East Sea. What is the force of the undersea collision incident? Winter can cause significant damage to. iOS has a stroke on the cut of the class Sauté here. Is a powerful nuclear attack submarine. America's most expensive for 8.5 billion VND. Then do it for free first, and I don't think. No, the nuclear attack submarine USS Connecticut has passed a population under the water in the afternoon of October 2nd. While operating in the East Sea, the submarine USS Connecticut was not severely damaged by the nuclear reactor is still working fine. No sailors were seriously injured. The ship then heads forward through the negative to control, investigate the incident and assess the extent of the damage. However, military experts say that this collision could be fatal. The economy is very large due to us having so character. Is one of 3 ships in the US class, the most expensive attack synthesis in the world. When it reaches 8.5 billion dong, Thinka. The Shield-class submarine was born from the crisis of the US Navy at the end of the number 980. That's when the Soviet Union developed ships. Underground Project 941 with lower stability. Must have been previous generations with the same diving ability. 3 times deeper than state-of-the-art Los Angeles LOP of the United States. At that point the operation is less harmful. Noise is considered the most important factor. Important to assess the strength of a ship underground when operating on the ocean to deal with the threat from the submarine Shuka-CAF. The United States has been developing ships since 1982. Nuclear attack submarines. Saudi-class submarines. Australian-class nuclear is prepared with composite shell, high 100 steel needle up to 5 cm long aimed at increased pressure resistance at great depths, up to 600 m on par with submersibles. The deepest part of the Soviet Union during the USS submarine helps to stand out from the crowd for a long time. Known as the assassin who hunts underground at the bottom of the ocean. Positive by its power and task due. This type of ship is built for the purpose. Hunt down enemies. Nuclear submarine method although not widely developed, but the fleet of Saudi-class submarines is closed. Important role in ensuring love underwater of America's submarine nut. The U.S. Navy's class personnel have the power. Superior force carrying even class submarines. With their newest sister now. Also do not get the U.S. John target close. A total of 29 small class submarines face down each. The car cost $3 billion at that time, equivalent to $8.5 billion US today. The project was later reduced to 12 first, with a total cost of nearly $34 billion US, but still criticized as too expensive for itself. Government, especially when the Soviet Union broke up in 1991 with too great a cost. The process only stops at the previous board including us. Tiny was commissioned in 1997 as yes, maybe a year later and is dreaming Kaido in 2005 despite the growth during the Cold War period but ships, underground nuclear class Australian standing in position, state-of-the-art electronic systems than the US, continue upgrading to keep up with current trends, great in size 2 soup-top submarines, the ferry is 107.6 m long and 12 m wide. The amount of water relaxation when diving is 9,001 word. Before Tuesday is the iOS remix Gato pulled. 30 m extra length around the hair trip. Multi-addict MMP capable of deploying ships. Remote control again in Task Force Navy. Energy troops expand water when diving up. 12,150 tons per active Australian 11 class submarine. Powered by a nuclear reactor. S6W helps to generate more than 2,000 capacity. Horsepower. This is the first class of submarines. America uses jet propulsion system. Water in the feature page later on. Classroom use by state-of-the-art experts. In the tiny sound layer has a maximum speed of 65 km/h with the ability to maintain quiet operation. Silent at speeds up to 37 km/h when active. Secret action submarine class wholesale cladding will be maintain a speed of about 20 knots without making the word OK too big to make. Undetectable enemy between. They are the main sensor of the superface layer is VQNQ5D. Sonar navigation system consists of a spherical active passive sonar, 7.3 m in diameter at the tip of the same series, of at wide aperture on either side of body side. The stern of the ship is towed by the Sun Law System class 29A same exact cluster BQS-24 for transmitter. Show problems near Tui Loi with. The original mission was to invade submarines, enemy nuclear at great depth so layer will help to be equipped with up to 8 launchers. Torpedoes double the previous generation each. The ship can carry 50 torpedo shells, heavy I-48 anti-ship missiles, AGM-84 cruise missile Harpoon, Tomahawk, and the US Navy Marine Corps. Are Australian academics getting better than 10 Los Angeles grade times improve or 70 times the original American version of Los Angeles? Immortalize the price paid for power. Big is a very high manufacturing cost, prices, and reduced the number of battleships. Australia is known as the S-22 jellyfish fighter, the sea when they have the same fate as modern stealth fighter model F-22. But it's difficult, the cost is too high to make the quantity. Production is significantly limited with quiet operation all 3 underground floors. Class C in America make the most of the mission. Intelligence gathering and patrolling between the important seas, indispensable role in every strategy of the County of America. Go explore and collect fees at home that has just been trafficked. British troops used jacuzzis in the Vietnamese Mediterranean. The South also has a naval terrace. I had to launch a Marin helicopter to find it. The home swordsman is said to be on the lookout. HMS Queen's aircraft carrier battle group Elizabeth, but still did not bring the end. The outcome of the incident is said to have taken place on the side Eastern Mediterranean and only 4 days after the June 23 in the Black Sea. Regarding the owner of the ship HMS Evander, mine was damaged by a warship and a Russian strongman. Fire alert source of Telegraph indicates 1 for how many first. Merlin from HMS Queen Elizabeth ago. Chanel boy specialized equipment to help. Discovered a submarine with another one. Takeoff from for Victoria, a bridge technique. Ancillary techniques of the NOI firm have been ordered. Launch at least 1 Chanel boy, supposed to have been dropped into the water. This special ship is said to have been out. Sail to Sip Island to track down your plane. Air Force defense out you don't end. The location of the IS terrorist group in Syria is an active deployment in the Mediterranean. Navy of the Russian Black Sea Fleet. The paragraph's source does not allow. Know whether to forget. I can determine exactly home submarine or no. Get the location or mode of operation of it or not. However, the spokesman of the Defense Ministry, he told the newspaper that although not commenting on the matter operation of this weapon, but can confirm that strong measures are applied to other protection of SV Elizabeth and how the group's ship attacked British aircraft carrier Russian submarine. The above is said to be a submarine diesel electric of the project class 636. Barshavyanka with the nickname Naruto is Kilo is known class submarine is destined. This ocean black hole has caused NATO naval force must have a headache. Ultra-low noise video and stealth capabilities. Destroy enemy battleship class. Kilo is a treaty organization identifier. Northern Die 2 Forest NATO set for ships. Underground diesel electric class scheme 636 emission. Russia's case allows Kilo submarines, called a black hole by the US Navy because of the ability to disappear before the device. In the world in the presence of Kilo submarines, class Project 877 to Project 636 and Project 636, we include Russia, China, India, Iran, Poland, Romania, Atlas, Myanmar, and also Vietnam. Home revealed the reason for the Sofian ship CA, called a black hole of the same design. Nautical Arts Central Russian Rubin for know the submarine's Uncle Sovngarde is considered to be an ocean black hole that comes from state-of-the-art designs, according to the Vice President, Director of Rubik's Department, Mr. Android Perf China. Implicit type emission right both 1877 and 636, called a black hole due to its special design of the propeller electric motor system. It is the new generation that makes submarines possible. Works with almost no noise. Mass-produced submarines equipped with this propulsion that significantly improves even the noise level with the speed of. They use the new engine to generate Vanga already become a black hole in the ocean. Emphatically, he also noted that the engine electricity has been further improved thanks to the lamp generator is more powerful than the replacement. This requires increasing the train length by a bit, but the battery charging time is reduced. Down means that the ability to store image increased again has now appeared. More spare batteries with larger capacity increases operating range and duration. Underwater submersibles are also used by Russia. Using the digital sonar combination helps to strengthen the search potential of the opponent of ship's stealth ability of emitting ship. CA can not only in the declaration of the House design that it has been proven in actual operations as declared by the Navy. Russian troops today mobilized a total of Years ago, non-nuclear submarines of the topic. Project 636 class emits money to the DRC. Zhonghai in August this year. Now, there are 5 cruise missile submarines, feed PL in 2 Mediterranean teams, of Russia, including 3 formerly belonging to the fleet, Black Sea Fleet and 2 of the fleet. Pacific source said information. Russia's newspaper also ceased to guess of the US and its allies with the number of ships are pitiful. Vanga in this sea the ships were, causing the number of American and British underground hunters to, and I've been searching for so long and I can't find it. What results should I return to do a US search? And I used a reconnaissance plane, the latest generation of anti-submarine panels, fly to prepare as precision equipment, very modern radios and optics. Translate search performed long, for more than a month, but both you and US still cannot know the submarine Bassa Veen QA. Let everything clear up only when 4 ships surfaced and anchored at the port. Status in Syria private previous position. Emit money, the remaining tree is still a secret, hidden for V.League with equipment. Long-range cruise missiles meet the GPLVs. The Russian submarine peeled off the chicken, can unleash surprise attacks and, scarier than a powered submarine, America's nuclear capacity coloring equip. US test fires cruise missile for the first time. American supersonic section launcher announcement. Successful model cruise missile. Super transcendental he KWC for the first time but did not give details of the research institution. DARPA. Missile defense projects of the Pentagon and the Lion Corporation before the test of the supersonic weapon using hard DC naturally aspirated motor. But the information is only published on. Yesterday was the first time BR-3 test launch of a hypersonic missile more than 1 year after the manufacturer's notification of refund. In a test flight with the bottom-mounted model, airplane launches test flight with going. Car has successfully shown the capacity. Can help administrative missiles super transport. Sound becomes an extremely effective tool of fighting force. This helps them. I take another step towards implementing HK. Road the next generation weapon citadel. For the US military Mr. Andrew Cowles Director. Program Director Hari CO2 test launch life. Includes installation and release of bullets. From the plane check the separability. Inquire about the price of activated and detached launchers. Each full of original main engine operations. And cruise the entire master target. Week in the test has been completed. Does DARPA's announcement have a paragraph? There are many details on the design of the bullets due to Alana complement the design beyond work. It uses a reciprocating jet engine and stress to maintain supersonic speed. After separating the strata, it is full of speed and has the ability to reach 5 times the speed of playing sound. Going to the toilet is a collaboration program between Dilley and the US Air Force to develop these cruise missile latch gene technology. Supersonic launch from this project plane. Focus on test flights. High efficiency preheater at the right price. Is it to evaluate the technology of the episodes? The Great Defense Delegation of the Beauty Marion and Lockheed Martin are competing to won the supply development contract. Pretty rockets we have DC for the US military already. RIDE was originally designed to kill items. The ground target is then added with the ability to battleship attack ability to increase selection. For US naval commanders it can installed on many of our aircraft but stealth fighter F-35C fighter, multifunction FA-18AF contact net into aircraft, Oppo P-8C detective is crowded around, Air Force B-1 and B-52 of US Air Force TIE. However, this is just a suggestion and not yet issued by the US military. US Thunder, development of a series of missile programs, ultrasonic to close the gap, in the field with competitors but now with China. Vice Chairman of the Council, the US Joint Chiefs of Staff buried 2 names, each admitted are lagging behind, with Max Scova, and have experience with super weapons. Passing negative thinks that the US will take many years and it takes a great deal of effort to regain the leading position in this field. Don't think about North Korea's hypersonic missile. Very easy. Experts say that the weapon model North Korea just fired is not a missile, super transcendental and not as successful as. Statement by Pyongyang News Agency. Korean Central Committee KNA today announced the Academy of Defense Science newspaper has successfully launched a supersonic rocket. Hwasung 8 praised the meaningful test. Great strategy in the context of Pyongyang looking to strengthen capacity. Defense up thousands of transmissions. Korean media quoted an unnamed source from this country's army in 2 bullets. North Korea just tested another flight feature. With previous launches, Korean Army, Kwak-hong reveals the maximum altitude and missiles flight distance. However, Chanyong, rocket expert at University Korean Airlines, said that the test, North Korea's experiment, failed when some Seoul intelligence sources revealing this supersonic warhead I was fast, 2.5 times the speed of sound and 2.5 according to the Taste of the Year to meet the criteria magazine about super weapons, warhead technology. Korea's supersonic country HGV, incomparable to America, Russia, and China. Nations like their concentrated in kind, short-range weapons can threaten South Korea. And this Japanese expert commented on the picture, the only image published by the agencies for See the Light of a Wild Rocket, in which the highlight is the special nose part, with the large rudder showing its seams, capable of maneuvering to change direction after. Separate from cascade push editing efforts, pictures for a better view of the ending. The results that are achieved do not bring results. It's clear that the photo was North Korea edit if it's real. This look has many similarities with supersonic water vehicle on the name. China's DS-17 Fire. It can also is a large gyroscopic warhead capable of maneuverability. Marvi, military expert. Let ZS like to comment on warhead samples. Non-motorized acoustic objects are usually launched by an ICBM. Intercontinental ballistic missile. For optimal acceleration and altitude afterwards, the warhead will separate and the water towards the item, traveling at speeds above 6,300 km/h. Mostly, their journey through the atmosphere and highly maneuverable warheads different from stable extra-atmospheric orbit of high-speed conventional ACBM warhead. Low maneuverability and standing in atmosphere makes the supersonic warhead become a very difficult target to catch and hit. Intercept compared to traditional ballistic missiles poses a great challenge to every room grid. Not modern. Marvi has similar features, similar but HGV but poor maneuverability. More and mostly still follow fixed orbits, determined in the middle of the journey. They can suddenly increase in altitude in the process of reaching a goal and creating, borrowing bananas to increase the range, adjust the flight direction and make it difficult for the enemy. Missile shield has no marks. What signal shows the warhead on the missile? HIP number 8 works as designed. Basic lawyer tools. The most is still the complex company weapon system. Complex and many possibilities are beyond competence. North Korean technology experts also evaluate the engine structure of Hong 8 live mixed long-range ballistic missiles. Fong 12 British intercontinental ballistic missile. River 14 was launched by North Korea. Tried Vietnamese 2017 in its paragraph. Equipped with a main motor and 4 small engine to adjust the underpass flight. Come out on a whim, have the ability to be Wild 8. Involving 2 types of missiles on the beach. Cannon by Fury is also where the test took place. The first of the Wild Rocket 14, Fong 12 on HIP 14 are rockets, large enough to carry a variety of warheads, with different designs and sizes. Very often chooses the solution throughout the message. The problem of increasing talent selecting warheads for missiles. To deal with Korea, this means Pyongyang's ballistic missile can carry larger warheads, much to attack targets in the area where the fetus is damaged is the US territory, in the context that the two Koreas are pursuing a solution to increase size, output size. Numun tourism history professor at Institute of Far Eastern Studies at the University. Young Nam of South Korea thinks that North Korea seems to be using projects, develop weapons to give advantage in diplomatic negotiations as well as improving military capabilities. Near Pyongyang it's easy to guess them, sent out signals about movements, military attitude and is taking it step by step. Many rocket assistance will continue to be done in the near future. Korea unveils capable submarines. Ballistic missile launch by Korean Navy. National launch ceremony of capable submarines. Launched the Jeonghu ballistic missile, held in Ulsan City on 28 September. Takuran Hero quotes some officials. Korean Naval Authority said this is third submarine in worship before the end. Are also included in the Boba Page project. Bath 1 is worth $2.77 billion and you can do it. Launched in 2007 for its submarine. The first Gypsy Doosan launched in 2018 and deployed of the week before Monday named Anman was completed in November last year, and the event will be transferred to the Republic of Korea Navy. Next year submarines have strong capabilities, strong in preventing actions provoked by it can be equipped. SLBM. Submarine launched ballistic missile. there were about 76% of parts are manufactured in the country, so this allows work, maintenance and technology support can be timely implementation of notices of customs. Korean Army let me follow from Korea Hero. After completing the test process, Shiho berth submarine is expected to be transferred to the Republic of Korea Navy in 2020 for the launch of Korean submarines. Just took place in the context of the selling situation. Korean island in recent days. Continued tension with the morning Pyongyang incident. September 28 launched a super rocket.